Get ready with me while I talk about things that I love because there's too much negativity on this app. I know you guys saw that foundation drop on my table. Ew, my voice. Yeah, we're not wasting a single drop. I don't care. And these things are pretty random, but honestly, they're worth living for. Let's be for real. I know these are universal experiences too. Okay, first, and if you don't understand this one, then we cannot be friends. But it's when you eat something super sweet, super decadent, like chocolate or something, and then you take an ice cold water, a sip of ice cold water right after. I don't know what it is, but that's literally the reason that I love being human. That's the reason that I'm still here, because what? That feeling, I don't know. Next is the feeling right after you take off your makeup. This is so musty, bye. But it literally feels like you're taking off a weight, a boulder off of your face at the end of the night. It's hell leading up to it, like you want to go to bed, but you have to take your makeup off, obviously. But once it's off, it's just like, oh, you feel so much better. When it rains or storms, but specifically in the summer, someone needs to make a candle of what that smells like. There's that certain smell, there's that certain humidity in the air. I'm not a scientist. Someone's gonna be like, it's actually the precipitation, whatever. But yeah, I think that's a universal experience. It's just, it hits different. Next is the ocean. I love the ocean. It brings me so much peace. But honestly, when you sit down and think about it, it's really freaking scary. And that song from TikTok, like from those like scary ocean facts videos or whatever, starts playing in my head. It's like, next is the sun. I love Miss Sun. We have to be grateful for the little things that we don't think about. I love the sun. I love summer. I love warmth. I'm really struggling right now. I haven't seen the sun in like a week because freaking Ohio. And it's cold as hell. And I'm just not having a great time. This is all depression is really kicking my ass. Next thing I love is being cute, being a woman, being a girl. Being a little girly girl. Sometimes. Most of the time I do. Some other times, you know, when I'm like PMSing, I'm kind of want to like, you know, but it's all good. Another one is that feeling after you take an everything shower. Like, obviously it's like war, it's hell while you're doing it, but after, like, the smooth legs, and then when you like tell everyone in your house to feel your legs and like, oh, they're so smooth, you just feel like a brand new woman. It's just so, it's like, it's girlhood, it's womanhood. And it hits even more different when your bed sheets are clean and crisp, and then you have your freaking ice cold water by your bed. Oh, this next one is my Roman Empire, and I don't even know what Roman Empire means, but taking a shower right after you get home from the beach and then going out to dinner. I don't know what it is. It's just, I love when it first starts getting warm outside, like spring, April, May. And then also I love morning dew, like on the grass. I don't know, that's random, but I just love it. Love being able to wear pajamas all day, like I'm doing now, obviously. I actually love being an adult because I get to do whatever the frick I want. Like, I ate ice cream for breakfast. Like, who's gonna stop me? No one. And then also, like, having my own money, yeah, and getting to spend on whatever I want. Yeah, like cotton candy chapstick. And the last thing I love is all of you guys. All of you. So let's spread some love. Okay, comment down below some things that you love. I got lip liner in my hair, but I love you guys. Bye.
Hello tout le monde. Alors aujourd'hui je vais faire un petit Get Ready With Me avec vous. Je vais vous raconter une petite story time. C'est parti. Comme vous auriez pu remarquer, la semaine dernière j'étais très malade, j'étais vraiment pas actif. J'étais à l'hôpital, etc. Vraiment catastrophe. Donc je suis sortie de l'hôpital, j'étais vraiment trop mal et on devait partir à la pharmacie. Sauf que cette pharmacie, elle était dans un centre commercial. Donc je vais à la pharmacie, etc. Et on sort. On sort de la pharmacie. Il faut savoir que j'étais avec ma copine et ma mère. Donc on sort de la pharmacie. On va pour aller à la voiture. Sauf que moi j'avais pas le moral. J'étais à 0%. Vraiment, j'étais trop mal. Du coup j'étais tout derrière. Et là, je vois notre voiture. Donc comme je vous disais, je voyais ni ma mère ni ma copine, elles n'étaient pas sur mon champ de vision. Donc je vois notre voiture et là je m'approche. Je fais ça et je me rends compte que c'était pas notre voiture en fait. Attendez, je tourne la tête et là... En fait je tourne déjà la tête et là je vois ma mère et ma copine en train de rigoler mais de loin. Je retourne la tête et là je vois quoi? La propriétaire de la voiture. Déjà, faut savoir que je l'aimais pas toucher la voiture, juste de vue, j'ai vu qu'il y avait des courses et tout sur le devant du siège. Et je me suis dit, bah en fait, c'est pas notre voiture. Je vois la propriétaire, elle arrive. Hein. Elle commence à faire.
Toi là, tu touches pas ma voiture et tout. Moi, je sais,
Wesh. Donc moi je fais quoi? Je commence à m'excuser et tout. Je suis désolée madame, je me suis trompée et tout. Je pensais que c'était notre voiture et tout. Je suis désolée, vous inquiétez pas, elle a rien touché. Elle commence à me dire quoi?
redescends.
Descends et tout, elle commence à me crier dessus. Ma mère elle m'a vu de loin. Elle arrive en courant avec ma copine. Faut savoir que j'avais la capuche et tout, je voyais rien, vous voyez? Je voyais vraiment rien. Je n'avais vraiment pas la tête de m'embrouiller. Et là ma mère et ma copine elles arrivent. Déjà, je me suis fait hagal gratos et ma mère, elle a dit quoi? Elle a dit, ouais, criez sur moi, mais ne criez pas sur ma fille. Genre, elle lui a dit, ouais, ma fille, elle a rien fait, elle pensait que c'était notre voiture, elle s'est trompée, ça y est, ça arrive. La meuf, elle commence vraiment à crier sur ma mère, mais fort. Je voyais ça, j'étais choquée, moi. Bref, ma mère, elle lui dit, ouais, c'est bon, y a rien, genre, on est désolé, et ça y est. Elle commence à crier, mais de ouf, elle commence à s'avancer, elle voulait taper ma mère. J'étais comme ça, je me suis mis au milieu et tout. Elle commence à lever la main. Et là, elle commence vraiment à l'insulter, mais fort, moi. T'insultes ma mère, je vrille. Je commence à lui dire, ouais, c'est bon, y a rien et tout, on est désolé. Elle vient, elle tape ma mère. Mais j'ai vu, il y avait des caméras. Du coup, je me suis dit quoi? Je me suis dit, vas-y, je vais les séparer. Belle, quand on va porter plainte, on leur dit, ouais, sortez les caméras. Attendez. Du coup, je les ai séparés et tout. La meuf, elle continue à faire des doigts et tout, vraiment trop insolente. On retourne dans notre voiture et on prend de loin la plaque d'immatriculation. Au cas où, on sait jamais. Vous savez, la meuf, elle fait quoi? Faut savoir que la fille, elle était toute seule au début. Du coup, elle nous a suivis et tout. Nous, on voyait, elle nous suivait. Du coup, on n'a pas calculé. Genre, vas-y, suis-nous si tu veux, on t'a ramené à l'autre bout du monde, ça y est. Du coup, là, on est sur l'autoroute et tout. Et là, on voit une voiture. Elle commence à nous tamponner. Elle commence vraiment à nous coller, mais fort. Donc, en fait, c'était sa mère qui nous tamponnait en voiture. Elle nous serrait, mais vraiment fort. Elle allait, wesh, on allait faire un accident à cause de cette folle. Donc, elle nous fait signe en mode, rentre là, rentre là. On lui dit, viens, pas de soucis, viens, on rentre. Elle commence à dire, ouais, vous avez filmé ma fille. Non, elle lui a dit non. On a juste pris sa plaque d'immatriculation et tout. Elle commence à dire, ouais, je vais porter plainte contre vous. Elle a commencé à nous insulter. Hein. Elle a commencé à nous insulter. Elle a dit, ouais, je vais vous porter plainte contre vous. Purée, j'aurais dû filmer ce moment-là. Surtout, en fait, j'aurais dû filmer quand elle nous tamponnait en voiture. C'est une malade. Elle commence à dire, ouais, je vais porter plainte, je vais porter plainte. Je lui ai dit, vas-y, va porter plainte. Du coup, nous, on est partis avant eux. On est partis pour porter plainte. Vous savez ce qu'ils nous disent, la police? Donc, on va au poste de police, on leur explique l'histoire, etc. Vous savez, ils nous disent quoi? Ils nous ont dit, il faut qu'on aille à l'hôpital et il faut qu'on ramène un justificatif. Genre, on était traumatisés, etc. Parce qu'elle m'a tapé, nanana. Genre, depuis quand on pouvait faire ça? Je pensais qu'on allait en porter plainte et puis c'est bon. Bref, après, on a laissé couler l'histoire. Et puis voilà. La génération de maintenant, c'est devenu n'importe quoi. Ils respectent même plus les grands. C'est n'importe quoi. Bref, story time terminé. Dites-moi si vous voulez d'autres petits get ready with me comme ça. Je vous fais de gros bisous. À une prochaine vidéo.
Get ready with me as I tell you all about my toxic ex. So to provide some context, my ex-boyfriend and I started dating at the beginning of year 12. We were both 17, we were together for about a year and a half, and I broke up with him just before I turned 19. And oh, that boy put me through my paces, let me tell you. Before we actually started dating, we were just like messaging back and forth. This was about a week before we made things official. He's telling me about why he likes me. And then out of nowhere, he just sends a message being like, yeah, so you know, that was the moment that I fell in love with you. Like, what? We weren't even officially dating. This boy was not my boyfriend. But when you are 17 and you like a boy and they say something like that to you, of course you get all flattered. So, I mean, at first I was a little freaked out, but then I was like, he said he's in love with me. No, ma'am, that is love bombing. Because there was a lot of that in the first couple of weeks and then it immediately dropped off. Like once he had me, he didn't have to try anymore. Now this boy was quite cruel with his words. He quite often did not think before he spoke, and the way he spoke to me is not a way that you should speak to someone that you claim to love. Now I've spoken about this before on here, but when I was in school, I had really bad acne, and around the age of 17 was kind of when it was at its worst, and it made me feel really, really insecure about myself. And I remember one day we're at his house and we're just watching a movie and I'm having a particularly rough day with my skin. We're sitting there watching the movie and I'm kind of just touching my forehead like this, which I know is like the absolute number one thing you should not do when you have acne, but when you are so insecure about it, you're kind of just very focused on, it's just always there, like it's always on your mind. So I'm just sitting there, I'm kind of touching it and I just kind of go, my acne makes me feel so ugly sometimes. And this boy has the audacity to say, yeah, well, it is ugly. For the remainder of the movie, I literally laid there and I kept my hand over my forehead because I didn't want him to see my acne. I was like, my boyfriend, this boy who I love and who claims to love me, thinks that my acne is ugly, so I must be ugly. One day, I remember it was a Sunday, and this is when I was working at Priceline. I didn't get my driver's license until after I left high school, whereas he had his driver's license and he had his own car. And on this particular day, my parents were not able to pick me up from work. And on Sundays, he would play baseball. At the Priceline I worked at, Sunday shifts only went for 3 hours, and when you work any less than 4 hours, you do not get a tea break, which meant that I did not have the opportunity to check my phone until after my shift. So I'm at work, I finish my shift, I get my stuff, I go to check my phone, and I just have this sinking feeling. I checked my phone and I had a text from him saying, oh, I'm not going to be able to pick you up from work. The team want me to play a second game that I'm going to hang back for. Immediately, I panicked because my parents are out. They're not able to come and get me. He was my only way home. I was calling him. I was texting him. He wasn't picking up my calls. He wasn't responding to my texts. I could not get through to him. And I didn't know what to do. I honestly did not know how I was going to get home. I call my mum, absolutely sobbing, crying on the phone, saying, he's ditched me, I don't know how to get home. Mum and Dad were actually running late for their lunch that they had to be at, so what they did was that they turned around, came and picked me up and brought me home. I was crying in the car the entire way home. Mum was really trying to calm me down. After I'd calmed down a bit, I sent him a text about how that wasn't okay. He didn't really apologize. He just kind of like beat around the bush a little bit and was like, oh, well, what do you want me to do? Like, they wanted me for a second game. The next day he texted me and he was like, hey, do you want to go shopping? And this was his way of apologizing. Like, this was his way of saying sorry without actually saying sorry. And at this time, this is when I firstly started making TikToks. And I remember one of my TikToks got like 10,000 views or something, and I was so excited about it. So we're driving home from the shops and I pull up my phone and I say, oh my God, babe, one of my TikToks got 10,000 views. And then he turns around and he goes, you're making TikToks? And then I immediately start getting like really like feeling like I'm backed up into a corner, and I'm like, yeah, but you know, I'm not like dancing or anything, like I'm just making tutorials, like I'm just talking about makeup and stuff. And then he was like, babe, I love you, but I do not respect you. And I was really upset with that. So double whammy, ditches me at work and then insults me to my face like that within less than 48 hours. So anyway, I was really, really disheartened by that, and I went home that day and I had deleted all the TikToks that I made, and I couldn't bring myself to make another one because every time I tried, I just had him in the back of my mind telling me that he no longer respected me. Fast forward a few months, his parents came over to my house to have dinner with us, and the two of us were at a party, and my mum brought up that day and was like, oh, so what was this second game that he had to play? And then his dad goes, oh, there was no second game. Everyone wanted to have drinks at the pub after. And when my mum told me that, I was so upset because not only did this boy, again, ditch me at work, but he lied to me as to why he ditched me at work. And I'm pretty sure my mum told me this when I was still with him, and I did nothing about it. Anyway, that is all I have for you right now. I know you guys have been absolutely loving my story times, so please let me know if you want a part 2 of this because, oh, trust me, I have so many more stories. And before we wrap this up, I just want to say, if you have someone in your life who is treating you like this, girl, you deserve better. If I can get out of it and if I can better myself, so can you. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed watching. Bye.
My school has a lot of weird rules, so let me tell you about some of them. First one is that our hair has to be styled every day, and it used to be that you could wear it up if it was styled, like it had to be curled in a ponytail or something. You could never wear a full claw clip. You could only wear it half up, half down with a claw clip, but with that half up that's in your hair, that still has to be like styled, so it still has to be curled. They literally just use styled as a filler word for curled because they want you to damage your hair, I guess, by curling it every single day. Yeah, but now the rule is that we can't even wear it up anymore because I guess too many people had them not curled. Like a lot of people have like straight ponytails, and like straightening your hair is still a style. Didn't know if the school knows that or not, but yeah. Next rule is that we have to wear makeup every day. It's the minimal amount you can wear is lashes and not lashes but eyes, like mascara and eyeshadow, and then you have to cover your acne, or they say cover your blemishes. Like really, it's just cover your acne. So another rule is if you miss 2 days of school within a 1 month period and you don't have an excuse for them, you get suspended for half a day. And then like if you miss another day, it's a full day. And then if you keep going, like it's just more and more. Also, the only way you can have an excuse is if it's a doctor's note or if somebody died, but you have to literally provide proof, like an obituary or something. Like okay guys, another thing is it's an all black dress code, but you can't wear leggings unless your shirt is covering the front and back, like, you know, the front and the back. And there's some other rules. I can't really think of them. Hold on. Can't wear cargos. You can't wear jeans. I don't know. Like, they regularly, like, allow that. Here's the thing, though, is they will dress code some people and not others. Because there's this one girl I know. She wears cargo pants every single day. And I literally watched one girl, like, it had to be like a month and a half ago, probably. I watched this girl get dress code for wearing cargos. But then this other girl, I see her wearing cargos literally every single day. I'm like, they really just pick and choose who they want to dress code. Okay, basically, if you guys want a part 2 to this, let me know, because I can't think of all the rules right now. It usually just when, like, something happens, like someone gets in trouble or something, it reminds me, like, oh yeah, we can't do, like, anything. Okay, let's see how the back of my head looks. Hopefully.
Get ready with me in Afrikaans. Ek weet nie of dit hierdie flippin foon of hierdie flippin wit lig is nie, maar ek lyk letterlik so wit soos 'n flippin spook. Okay, eyebrows is done. Ek kan nie eens soos beskryf hoeveel mense al vir my gevra het om 'n get ready with me in Afrikaans te doen nie, want vir die wat nie weet nie, ek is eintlik Afrikaans. Julle moet maar vir my laat weet of julle hou van hierdie Afrikaanse content, want ek het al soos video's in Afrikaans maak. Nie regtig baie nie, maar soos ek het al gedoen en toe like sommige mense dit nogal. Dis die Bloom Baby Bloom palette van Essence. Gebruik die elke dag. Ek dink die rede hoekom ek so wit is maybe omdat ek 'n movie se klomp sunscreen aangesit het. Evenal gaan ek nie eens buitentoe vandag nie. Soos ek verstaan nie so lekker hoekom ek daar gedoen het nie. Die highlighter wou. Ek moet voor nie so skuif. Want daarom is die lig dan nie so bright in my oë nie. Okay, gewoonlik gebruik ek die L'Oreal teleskopiek soos elke dag, maar dit is amper droog. So ek begin dit nou net te hou vir soos special occasions. Maar hierdie Lash Without Limits mascara van Essence is net so goed. Die enigste rede hoekom ek hom nie elke dag gebruik nie, is omdat hy net so bietjie flakes maak hier onder my oë. Wat ek net so elke nou en dan moet afvee, maar dit is eintlik nie so 'n groot probleem nie. Maar hy besit net met my lashes, ek weet nie, maar ek gaan nou hom vandag gebruik want hy is basies dieselfde. Hy is eintlik bietjie beter. Vir dies wat wil weet, ek maak nie reg om iewers heen te gaan nie. Ek is nou basically terug van vakansie. Ek weet nie of ek ooit weer iewers heen gaan nie. Nee, grap. Want baie mense dink as ek soos get ready, dan gaan ek iewers heen. Maar ek gaan nie. Wat lekker werk, is as jy ook agter jou lashes gaan en dan draai jy dit so. Soos, ek weet nie wie kan sien nie, maar dit werk so lekker vir my. As hierdie nie jy is by die einde van jou mascara aansit nie, doen jy dit even reg. Vir dies wat nie weet nie, ek gaan by Afrikaans op die platteland wees. Ek gaan nie gaan kyk nie, ek gaan op die stage backup dans. So dit is super exciting vir my. Dit gaan nie net ek alleen wees nie, dit gaan soos 'n groep meisies wees, maar vir baie van die artists gaan ons net so 'n bietjie backup dans. En dit is soos so crazy, want dit is soos my heel eerste keer wat ek so iets gaan doen, wat ek soos voor flippend duisende mense dans op 'n show. Kan ons net gou flippend crazy. By the way, ek gebruik net sommer die blush as 'n eyeshadow en ek gebruik hierdie kwas vir letterlik alles. Dan gebruik ek sommer van die highlighter om 'n bietjie shimmer op my oë te sit. Ek weet nie of julle nou so lekker daai shimmer kan sien nie, maar dis baie beter in regte lewe. Dan gebruik ek net soos 'n kleiner kwassietjie en dan weer die highlighter net soos op my browbone, want soos ek weet nie, om daai te highlight soos werk net so goed, soos kyk gou, soos dit lyk net soveel beter. Dan vat ek net weer en dan doen ek dit op my inner corners van my oog. Soms as ek net soos lus voel, dan sit ek so bietjie hier op my boonste lip, want wag net. Nadat jy lipgloss opsit, lyk dit nogal goed. Plus my ma's 'n make-up artist en sy doen dit soos altyd. So ek doen maar net wat sy doen eintlik. Vir lipgloss gaan ek sommer hierdie Plump It Up lip booster van Catrice gebruik. Dit lyk baie pink, maar dit is nie eintlik so pink nie. Soos dis eintlik okay. Soos okay, dit is nogal pink. As jy net die regte hoeveelheid gebruik, dan is dit seker fyn. Soos okay, dit lyk nou baie pink, maar dit sal weggaan. Soos dit fade af. En obviously ek nou soos kinda baie opgesit. So maar net eintlik minder gebruik. Maar dan gaan ek ook die flippin skrif is al af, maar die extra shine van Essence. Hierdie is in sparkling purple. Ek doen al hierdie net om by die huis te bly. Soos ja, maar dis alright. Want ek hou daarvan om put together te like. Kyk hoe mooi is lippies. En dan gaan ek gou my lashes skrap. Dan gebruik ek net hierdie Catrice lash color. Hy het gewoonlik sulke tandjies, maar ek het dit soos afgehaal, want dit is eintlik net vir my makliker sonder die tandjies. So laat ek vir my lashes krul en dan sal julle sien. Almal sê soos ja, jou lashes gaan uitval, het gaan uitval, maar myne val nie uit nie. Soos dit letterlik doen nie. En my lashes is soos fine. Soos hallo? Need I say anything more? Anyway, dit was my Get Ready With Me in Afrikaans. Ek hoop julle het geniet. So, ja, bye!
So my mum called me this morning to let me know that she'd been broken into. Honestly, I feel ill thinking about it. So I wake up bright and early this morning to a text from my mum asking me if I'm awake. I said, duh, of course. Whenever your mum texts you that early in the morning asking if you're awake, you always panic. At first I was thinking like, has my granddad died or something like that? I was like panicking thinking somebody had passed away. And then she told me that they had been broken into and robbed. I really cried about this because just thinking how scared her and my little brother were, I can't. So basically my little brother woke up, who's only just turned 10, by the way, like only just turned 10. He's sat up in bed and there is a man stood at the foot of his bed staring at him. And I just want to mention, when you go into my brother's room, you can tell it's a very little boy's room. Like there's pictures of Minecraft on the wall, there's pictures of Fortnite on the wall, like he's got his bottles of Prime lined up, like you can tell it's a little boy's bedroom. Like I am just disgusted that somebody would go in there, realise it's a little boy's room and continue to walk in with the intention of stealing a child's things. So Chuck has sat up in bed, seen this figure, and I don't know how, like I keep saying this, if that was me, I would have been choked, silent, not able to speak. But he somehow managed to pluck up the courage to shout, "Mom, there's someone in my bedroom." My mom's replied to him and gone, "Oh, it's just Lauren, she must have just got home." Because my sister had been out at a party and it was like the early hours of the morning, so she thought it was my sister getting home from that party. So Chuck replied to her and said, "But they didn't say anything." Obviously, if his sister had come into his bedroom to say goodnight, she would have gone over, given him a little kiss, said night-night, like, this wasn't Lauren. My mom immediately red flags and like sends the dog after him. So my mom has sent the dog after him. Keep in mind, she's just a little French bulldog, but she's very barky, so that Lola literally saved them in this situation. And she's not an aggressive dog at all, but I think she must have picked up on how like terrified my mom was, because she actually tried to bite the boy that was in our house. Mom lives in like an old Victorian terrace house where the kitchen is like at the back of the house. So the guy has run down the stairs, through the lounge, into the kitchen and is trying to get out of the kitchen door. and there you can't get out of the kitchen door. Like, it is fully locked, it's fully bolted. My mom takes the key out of it, like he wouldn't have known where to find the key. He was stuck in the kitchen. The only way out of the house is back past my mom in the lounge, out of the kitchen, past my mom, and then down the hallway out the front door. My mom has chased him down the stairs. I don't know where she got the balls from, because I would have been absolutely terrified, but I mean, kids in the house, you got to do what you got to do. My mom is much more of a ballsy woman than I am. So my mom has gone down, chased after this boy. She realised it was a boy and not like a fully grown man. He was like between the ages of like 15 and 18. Stood in the lounge while the dog is like biting at his ankles, and she's like, get the fuck out of my house. So she's like screaming at this boy, telling him to get out, and he finally walks past it. And do you know what he does as he's walking out of her house? He sucks his teeth at her as if he's annoyed with her for interrupting his theft. I honestly just think the audacity of sucking your teeth at the person's house you've just broken into scared their little boy absolutely. Like, what? Honestly, I don't know how she had the self-restraint, because that would have wound me up so bad. You just come into my house, stolen from me, terrified my children, and you're sucking your teeth at me. And honestly, the bit that made me cry was my mom said that Chuck was so terrified that he threw up. Like, actually think about how scared you have to be sick. He is literally thrown up from fear. And obviously Chuck isn't my son, but I feel like he's one of my own, and I just literally, like, I've cried all morning about it. I just can't. The fact that that little boy was so terrified that it's actually made him physically be sick, just, you should go to jail for the rest of your life, honestly, for that. Like, he is going to be traumatized for the rest of his life from that. Honestly, I am just so horrified. Thankfully, he only managed to steal one thing, and it was one of my presents, which I'm so glad about, that it wasn't one of the children's or something like that, because I can go without. I'm so glad it wasn't one of theirs. Like, this kid has gone around my mom's house unwrapping the Christmas presents from under the tree and out of rooms, trying to decide what he wants to take with him and what he wants to leave. I just can't. Christmas is such a magical time for children, and now for the next few years, Chuck is going to remember this. Last Christmas we got robbed, last Christmas we got robbed. And that's going to correlate in his mind. Like, you're just sick. And I'm also so glad that my family is spending Christmas at my house this year, because most of the presents that would have been at my mom's house are at my house because I've been bringing them down. So honestly, the main thing I wanted to say to you guys is just be careful this year. Make sure all your windows are locked, make sure all your doors are locked, like double check them before you go to bed. I'm genuinely horrified by this, and so is my whole family, so please just be careful, guys, because I don't want this happening to anybody else. And for anyone that's got dogs and stuff like that, don't leave your dogs in the garden unattended if you've got an accessible garden. I'm just so sad for Chuck, and I hope that he sleeps better tonight at my house, because we've got 3 dogs, there's 2 of us, we've got security cameras everywhere. I'm going to show him all the security cameras, hopefully feel safer, so fingers crossed. Because I am just on the way to Wolverhampton to go and pick the kids up, ready for Christmas, and then my mom, my nan and my granddad are coming the day after. Have a Merry Christmas, guys, and stay safe.
I ate 1.5 yesterday, so I'm gonna tell you random facts about myself. So, like, y'all can get to know me, I guess. Okay, first things first, my name's Jessica Faye. I have a traumatizing last name that I was bullied my whole entire elementary, so I will never go by that. So I go by Jessica Faye. I am 5'2". I just got out of a 5-year relationship. I'm supposed to get married next month. We're just going full on. I freaking want to chop this pimple off. I am 20 years old. I'm a walking mess. I'm a walking red flag. I'm a walking fun flag. I hate being told what to do, especially by men, especially by boys. It just, I have major trust issues, and I will say I don't care about anything. I look like I don't give a fuck. I care about everything, but I will never show it. I have 2 dogs. I have a mini golden doodle and a Yorkie poo. I hate, it pisses me off, very southern words like tater or banana. I don't know why, it just makes me want to punch somebody. I am a middle child. I have a lot of stepbrothers and stepsisters, but I've done lost track. I look just like my mom. I act just like my mom. And I have my dad's personality traits, which is great. I don't have mommy or daddy issues. So that's good. My parents are divorced. As a kid, I was always told I was going to be the next Taylor Swift. I was going to break hearts. I've had the complete opposite happen to me. I don't think I've ever broke someone's heart. Yes, I have. Okay, well, never mind. It takes me a very long time to get comfortable around people. Like, I will not act myself for at least the first 3 months. Once you lie to me once, or something like happens that I just can't trust you anymore, or I will never trust you again, I will never let my guard down again, and I will be thinking about ending it, because ending the friendship, ending the relationship, I'll never be able to trust you again. Like, I just never, ever will. I'll try, but I never will. I don't like relying off anybody. It gets you nowhere, ever. I live in Kentucky. I want to move out of the state very soon, by the time I'm like 21, which is in May. Some blush. Make me look like I have emotions. This coffee is like, I need more. I hate entitled bitches. I will find a brick and throw it at their face. Like, they just piss me off. Why do I look so freaking ugly right now? I might cry. I'm a very laid back person. I've been told by every boyfriend I've ever had, or friend, that I'm very laid back. If we're friends and we're shopping and you go, is this cute? Should I get it? And I'm like, no, it's not cute. I don't like it. I think it's ugly. Don't get mad at me. Why did my last friends get so mad at me? You asked me, I'm not gonna be like, I'm not gonna go let my friend walk out and wear some ugly ass shirt. That, like, if you ask me, I'm gonna tell you, you know? Why would I be like, I'm so cute when it's ugly? That's called a fake friend. I've only had one friendship my whole entire life that they haven't tried to fuck my boyfriend. One friend out of a lot. So I have issues making friends because I'm terrified. I'm tired of going through it. I mean, they don't, but like, they tried. It's just like, ugh. Irking. I have very bad social anxiety. I stutter when I get really nervous. I will miss up my words when I get really nervous, which is very often. I have to redo these talking clips so many times because I get so nervous. I have very bad anxiety and depression. Surprise, Shanae! I don't know how to control my drinking when I'm drinking. I will drink until I drop, and then everyone hates me. I have my dream car, which is a Jeep Wrangler white. I've owned 3 cars, and I have bought every single one of them. Besides my first car, my parents did help me out a little bit, but I still had to like pay for more than half of it, which thank you to my parents for doing that. I've never had help financially. It's always been myself. I pay for my phone bill and pay for all my stuff. I've paid for all my stuff since I was 18. I still pay for my insurance in high school, paid for my gas, and I did not have to pay for my phone bill. I did cheer in high school. I was a flyer, But before I was a 4, I was a base because I thought I was too big. So then I had like a really bad stage, and then I became 4, which is so not worth it. I was gonna get a scholarship to do cheer in college, but I turned it down because my boyfriend said if I did it, he would dump me because we wouldn't work out because I would be 2 hours away. So I didn't do it, and we're not even together now. I'm a very big relationship girl. I don't like being single. I like having a boo. My mom raised me as if a man could do it, you can do it. So I'm very independent. I've never relied off a man for anything because it will not get done, or it will just, it's not even worth it. I got 2 hands for a reason. Okay, I'm gonna go put these lashes on, so I'll be right back. Before lashes. Okay, I'm gonna be putting on these lashes that got sent to me. I've been in a lashes kick, so I'm terrified of snakes. Like, absolutely terrified. I've seen one snake in my life. It was a baby snake, and I literally cried, bawled my eyes out. I was on a canoe, and it was swimming, and I bawled. Thought I was gonna die. I'm not a hookup type of girl. I want to get married. Lash. I don't know. I don't know if I like it. Go get ready. BRB. Yeah, this is the fit. Bye, I love you.
We are doing a full get ready with me today. We're gonna be doing hair, makeup, and the outfit. Cause I'm going on a date. Another one, another date. This is date number 4, everybody. Also, I set a timer for myself because I'm known to be late and never on time for anything. So I literally can't believe I've made it to date number 4 with the same man. So I met this guy on Hinge, and I'm not even gonna hold you, I didn't download Hinge to find a man. I downloaded Hinge to find a roster. I wanted to date around, see what kind of guys I like, see how I would be like out in the dating world, cause I've never like actually like dated. Before this guy, I don't think I've made it to a second date. Either it was me ghosting them, like not staying in communication, or it was just them not wanting to ask me out again and asking me, oh, come see me. I miss you, want me to see you. Like, nothing ever planned. But like, I really made it to date number 4 with this man. And Hinge been deleted. I'm not even gonna hold you. I deleted Hinge a while ago. Cause what I need a roster for if this man is taking up all of my free time and I'm enjoying spending time with him. Ew, this is so sick. And I'm not saying, ew, this is so sick because like, it's like gross to like somebody. I'm just like, I'm new to this. I've never had the potential to be somebody's girlfriend. And that's so crazy to say. Like, I might be this man's girlfriend eventually. He's already met my mom twice. And he's met my stepdad once. He hasn't met my actual father yet because I literally haven't told him about him. And I probably won't tell my dad about him until he becomes like my actual boyfriend. I mean, if he becomes my actual boyfriend. I'm gonna try to put this pink Huda Beauty powder on like the outskirts of my under eyes. I've never done this before, so I probably shouldn't be doing this, but ooh, maybe I put too much. I think I put too much. Why am I always doing shit when I shouldn't just be doing shit? I just need to stick to my normal routine. We are seeing each other with the intention of eventually becoming boyfriend, girlfriend. But I am struggling with the fact of me becoming somebody's girlfriend. Like, what are you talking about? And it's not like I'm scared of commitment, because not at all. Like, I can be one committed girly. Like, I'm literally already a committed girly. I was committed after the first time I saw him. I've never been somebody's girlfriend before, so like, what do I do? What books do I gotta read to know how to be a girlfriend? Because I'm not gonna hold you, Korean dramas have warped my perception of relationships. And if you watch Korean dramas, you'll know why. I got a PR package a while ago from YSL, and they sent me blue mascara. And my dress that I'm wearing tonight has blue in it, so we're gonna try this. I'm scared it's gonna frick up my makeup. Oh, that's pretty. I just love having lash extensions. One thing about me, I'm gonna tell y'all about curvy lashes. Curvy lashes. Get your lashes done by her. I got this in PR as well. It's by a brand I've never heard of, Swede. It's not white, but it's like a champagne color. Just to brighten the inner corner of my eye. We got 19 minutes to do my hair. I think we should be fine.
quarter size amount. I'm gonna press this into my skin. It's super hydrating and strengthens your skin barrier. It's a great base for your makeup or even applying it after. Then I'm going in with the Super Serum Skin Tint. My skin's been really sensitive lately, so I'm just gonna keep it light. Then I'm gonna go in with my multi-stick in Dear Ruby. I'm gonna warm it up on the back of my hand. I love a post-workout flush. Sometimes when I'm eating cherries, I love to bite into it and then put it on my cheeks like blush. So this kind of does that without the stickiness of a cherry. I'm gonna go in with my Limitless mascara. And that's my makeup. Thank you for watching.
Get ready with me while I talk about some things that I just absolutely hate. First one being when people make plans with you and then on the day of like the plans, they will kind of just ignore the fact that they've even made plans with you and won't say anything, and will either just end up cancelling on you if you ask them if they still want to do it, or they just won't say anything at all and act like they didn't ask you in the first place. Next one being when you plan an outfit out in your head and it doesn't look as good on as it did in your head. Like, there is nothing worse, especially if you're in a rush, like you genuinely think that this is going to be like one of your best outfits ever, you put it on and it just doesn't go, it doesn't look right, and it's just an overall fail. It just puts me in a bad mood for the whole day. Another one is when you put on like a really nice outfit on a day that you don't really like your hair or makeup, so every time you go and put that outfit back on, you just feel like you have a bad hair and makeup day because you've had it on. It just like curses the outfit. I don't know what it is. Bottoms that bag in areas you don't want them to bag in. Like, you literally have the most perfect fitting trousers, but they bag. Like, if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. And there is no, like, I don't know what it is. It stresses me to the max. I just hate baggy bottoms like that. Like, they've got to fit me seamlessly. Most of these are about clothes. When someone tells me their phone ran out of charge, like on a night out or something, but you literally saw their snaps going up. I'm not a psycho, but you know, sometimes when you're just like, I wonder if they are ignoring me, so I'm going to check to see if their snap score goes up, and it does. I'm like, okay, fair enough. But then when they tell me their phone died, I'm like, snap score's going up while your phone isn't charged, right? Like, I'd rather you just tell me, like, if there was a reason why you wasn't messaging me. Because, like, I just know when you're lying, so it's better off to not lie. Especially when you're talking to someone new and they do that. Obviously, if you were in a relationship with someone and they were doing it, but especially when you talk to someone new, because you're just building a relationship from the get-go off lies. When you're friends with someone or you're in a relationship with someone, and then you like tell them things that you like don't really tell people because you know you trust them, and then when you have a falling out they just go and run their mouth and like tell people things that you've told them, like, in confidence. Not that I have anything to hide, but do you know some things that it's just like, why would you go, that just makes you look like an idiot, like, do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's happened a few times to me. I just think at the end of the day, like, no matter how much someone hurts me, if they have told me something in confidence that they didn't want anyone else to know, that I wouldn't say anything. Whether we fell out or not, like, I'm just kind of like, I don't know. Big on this one. This one, it literally annoys me to the max. When you drive in and you give way to someone and they don't wave you. What do you mean? What do you mean you're not saying thank you? Or they don't flash their lights. And another thing that really annoys me is when they give way to me and I flash my lights, like, to say thank you, and then they don't flash them back to say you're welcome. Rude. It's just rude. But yeah, that's basically a list of things that I don't like. If you want another one of these videos, let me know, because there's a lot more things I don't like. I'm gonna go clean my room, so if you want a little clean with me, let me know. And I think I'm gonna do a room tour on my YouTube channel. Love ya. Bye.
Get ready with me while I tell y'all why patience is key, like, for real. So I just graduated high school in May 2023, of course, and I started dating my boyfriend in March. And my boyfriend, when I started dating him, we were best friends before, so I already knew like almost everything about him. But one thing about my boyfriend, he has a reputation with females, and because of that reputation, I got a little female hate group now. Like, there was a good amount of females that didn't like me in the school because he's kind of popular. I'm gonna just say popular. I would get death stares from like a bunch of females, and I really didn't care. I was minding my business. But there was this one girl who was like really getting on my nerves. Like, she was just bugging the crap out of me. So just like every other girl, she was giving me death stares, and I really didn't care. But she started dragging it on. First, it was just death stares in the cafeteria. But after lunch, we would go like in the same hallway to go to fifth period, and she started accidentally bumping me in the hallways. So she would constantly give me death stares, and then she started accidentally bumping me in the hallways, and I was getting a little upset, but I was trying to keep my cool because, you know, like, I was running for prom queen, so I couldn't really do anything. So yeah, I was constantly trying to ignore the bumps in the hallways because I really, trust me, I wanted to put my hands on her, but you know, I really couldn't because they would kick me out of prom stuff, so I just really didn't want nothing to happen. But of course, her picking at me every day got me upset, and my blood pressure started rising a little bit. So one day at lunch, my boyfriend came and brought me Chick-fil-A. And of course, me thanking him and stuff like that for the food, I turned to the side for like a quick second, and then I look at him and I see him awkwardly like waving, like going like, and then I looked to see who he's waving at so awkwardly, and it was her. And I'm just sitting here like, this little girl is sneaky, like, and to be honest, like, I'm not no hater, so she's pretty, like, she's too pretty to be doing all that. Why are you doing all that? So yeah, I'm getting a little petty, catching a little attitudes, because like, why are you doing all that? And there was another time where I was just like, oh yeah, like, I want to slap her so bad. So I walked in the cafeteria to go grab my cap and gown one of these days, and I see her little minions laughing at me. And I shrug it off. I'm just like, okay, anyways. So, yeah. After I went to go get my cap and gown, I saw one of my friends in the hallway, and we were talking and chatting it up a little bit. And then I see her friends from the corner, right? And I didn't see her, so I'm just like, where is she at? So she decided she was gonna walk in between me and my friend while we was talking to roll her eyes at me. Like, you're weird. So yeah, at this point, I'm like, you're not about to keep picking on me. I'm about to get you back real bad. Real bad. You're going to be scared of me by the time I'm done. Come back for part 2.